Give me them. Yep.
I
got them.
Hell no.
I got them. Hold on. Hello. Yeah. How far you here? Benjamin is my best friend. Yeah, I just took that for a nigga shit on day. My client pulling up right now. I'm finna wax his bitch ass. Watch this.
Yeah, I just pulled up at the Familiar Tech, nigga. It look like I'm at his house, nigga.
That's that shit. For sure. I'm gonna cash out you. I got you. Appreciate you.
Can I be down so my teeth got that?
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. 7 figure smile. 7 figure smile.
No, this nigga's fucking.
When last time you got your teeth cleaned, huh?
Probably been a little minute, man. Mike got a cavity or something.
I ain't worried about it. I'll take care of it.
It started as a normal night out. A local bar in Lincoln, Nebraska. Music, drinks, a birthday celebration. But by the end of the night, one man was dead and another was wounded. The victim was a rapper and model named Saiveon Hopkins. Hours before the shooting, he was seen laughing with friends. By 1:30 a.m., he was shot and bleeding on the ground. Police received a call about shots fired at the bar. They arrived at the scene to find 2 men injured. Both were taken to the hospital. One of them didn't make it. That was Hopkins. The shooter was gone. No one was arrested at the scene. This story goes beyond a gunshot. It includes a timeline, the facts, and the questions that still remain. From the TV show Spotlight to a violent death in the early hours of the morning, this is a case of Saiveon Hopkins. Who killed him? Why was he a target? And will there ever be answers? If you're captivated by real crime stories that peel back the layers of truth, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Your support means the world to us as we uncover real cases, raise awareness, and give a voice to the voiceless. Before we dive into today's story, we want to hear from you. Where are you tuning in from? And how do you feel as the story unfolds? Welcome to Deadly Crime Unmasked, the show where we expose the shocking crimes that rip through communities and the chilling secrets lurking behind closed doors. These are real people, real events, real consequences. Don't forget to subscribe and activate notifications. You won't want to miss the gripping story that's coming up. Now, let's dive in. Saiveon Hopkins was 24 years old at the time of his death. In the entertainment industry and on social media, he was better known by his stage names, Jay Hefner and Seven. These names were used across his music, modeling, and public appearances. Seven became his primary nickname on the Zeus Network's dating reality series, 2 Ways with Mena. Hopkins adopted these stage names to build his personal brand. The use of Jay Hefner reflected a luxury influence image, likely inspired by Hugh Hefner's iconic persona, while Seven was shorter, catchier, and more commonly used by his fans and peers. These names appear consistently in his music credits, show appearances, and online posts. Hopkins was an upcoming rapper and model with a growing profile in the entertainment space. He had been working independently to develop his career, mostly through online platforms. His music releases were self-promoted, with tracks available on streaming services like SoundCloud and Spotify. His sound leaned toward melodic trap, similar to artists like Rod Wave and Polo G. Though he had not yet reached mainstream success, his growing presence was drawing attention. In 2024, Hopkins secured a role as a contestant on 2 Ways, a reality dating show hosted by Mena on the Zeus Network. Filming began in August 2024, and the show premiered in February 2025. Although the show was not widely promoted before its launch, cast members like Hopkins were gaining online attention. His appearance on the show placed him in front of a larger national audience and was considered a major step forward in his entertainment career. Behind the scenes, show staff and other cast members reported that Hopkins took the project seriously and was cooperative throughout production. His participation aligned with his strategy to build a broader fan base beyond music, tapping into reality TV exposure. Hopkins maintained an active presence across Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. On Instagram, he posted modeling shots, lifestyle content, behind-the-scenes clips, and moments from his day-to-day life. His profile often showcased luxury clothing, exclusive events, and studio sessions. His username incorporated either Jay Hefner or Seven, depending on the platform. He used Instagram stories to promote his music releases, upcoming appearances, and snippets from the reality show once trailers were released. His TikTok account featured short music freestyles and occasional challenges, mainly aimed at engaging younger fans. On YouTube, he had a small channel with a few music videos and vlogs, though it wasn't his main focus. Hopkins' follower count was moderate but climbing, especially after the announcement of his involvement in Two Ways. His Instagram engagement increased noticeably in August 2024 after fans of Mena and Zeus Network began sharing his content. One of the lesser-known but significant aspects of Hopkins' life was his role as a father. He had a young daughter, whose name was not widely shared online, likely for privacy reasons. According to statements made by Mena during an interview, Hopkins was consistently present in his daughter's life. She stated that Hopkins never misses parenting time, and even brought his daughter to the Two Ways filming set. This behavior was noted by the production team and was seen as a sign of his dedication and responsibility as a parent. During filming, Hopkins reportedly ensured that his parental duties were respected and scheduled his availability to fit around those responsibilities. His approach showed that he was balancing a rising career with active fatherhood. He did not publicize his daughter on social media often, but friends and peers confirmed that he frequently talked about her in private conversations. Hopkins was viewed as disciplined and goal-driven by those who worked with him. Within his circle, he was known to avoid unnecessary drama and focus instead on building his brand. He did not have any public scandals, legal issues, or conflicts associated with his name before the shooting incident. Other contestants on Two Ways described him as low-key, focused, and respectful. On social media, he rarely engaged in online arguments or viral controversies. His followers included aspiring artists, fans of reality TV, and users drawn to his fashion-forward image. Hopkins kept most of his personal life off the internet, choosing instead to post professional or promotional content. Despite being in an industry often filled with sensational headlines, he maintained a controlled image that centered on his music, modeling, and fatherhood. His reputation online was generally positive, with fans expressing excitement about his appearance on the show. After his death, many viewers returned to his posts and video content, seeking insight into the rising star who had been suddenly lost. On the night of September 8, 2024, Hopkins was attending a birthday party at a bar located in Lincoln, Nebraska. The event was a casual late-night gathering with a small group of friends. According to local reports, the party was held at a popular nightlife location in the city known for its steady weekend crowd and active social scene. The group included close associates, friends from his hometown, and at least two individuals who were also believed to have been affiliated with the entertainment or music scene. Savian had recently returned to Lincoln following his appearance on a reality dating show, Two Ways with Mena, which was filmed earlier that summer. According to public sources and online posts, he had been staying in Lincoln temporarily to spend time with his daughter and family before returning to promotional events. Around 10:30 p.m., the group arrived at the bar. Surveillance footage and witness statements confirmed that Savian entered with at least 3 other individuals. The atmosphere appeared calm. At 11 p.m. to 12:30 a.m., party activity inside the bar remained normal. Social media activity from the group showed short video clips of drinks, music, and dancing. There were no visible signs of tension or conflict. Approximately 1:15 a.m., several individuals, including Savian, stepped outside the bar. Reports later suggested this was either to get fresh air or due to an informal conversation among 2 different groups. Verbal confrontation allegedly occurred near the sidewalk, outside the bar entrance. Multiple witnesses reported raised voices. No physical altercations were reported before this time. Approximately 1:30 a.m., gunfire erupted. At least 5 shots were heard according to bystanders. 2 individuals were hit. One of them was Saiveon Hopkins. Witness accounts and bar surveillance confirmed the presence.
Just started in shit, I'm going too crazy. These chains buzzed down, remember I was too basic. I'm in the scat pack, I told him I was through racing. And after that, put that on face, I need a vacation. I'm from the bottom where it's hard, there's no shining for real. I started saying young nigga from the block. I'm still that same young nigga with them glock. I'm still that same young nigga with them rods. I'm still that same young nigga trying to rock.
Names not released publicly. At 1:31 a.m., the Lincoln Police Department received the first emergency call. The caller, described as a female bystanders, reported shots fired, and 2 men down near the bar entrance. Within seconds, more 911 calls were logged. At least 6 separate calls were received within 2 minutes of the incident. Bar staff and security, at least 1 bouncer and 2 bartenders were working. They contacted emergency services and attempted to assist the victims until first responders arrived. Police units responded within minutes. By 1:37 a.m., officers arrived and began securing the area. Victims were found on the sidewalk near the bar entrance. One officer began CPR on Hopkins while paramedics were en route. The second victim was conscious, but injured. Shell casings were recovered from the sidewalk area. The street was blocked off immediately for investigation. Suspected shooter or group, identity unknown. Witnesses claimed the suspect fled the scene immediately after shooting. Both victims were taken to Bryan Medical Center West Campus, the nearest trauma center to the scene. Hopkins was transported in critical condition and received CPR en route, according to EMS logs. The second victim, due to the nature of his injury, was treated in the same ambulance but did not require life-saving measures at the time. His injury was described as a single gunshot wound below the knee, with no major artery damage. Hopkins arrived at the hospital around 1:48 a.m., approximately 17 minutes after the initial shooting was reported. At 2:06 a.m., doctors officially pronounced Hopkins deceased. According to hospital officials, he was unresponsive upon arrival and did not regain consciousness during attempts to resuscitate him. Medical personnel cited internal bleeding and trauma to major organs as primary causes of death. Police were informed of the death immediately and began transitioning the incident from a shooting investigation to a homicide case. Crime scene technicians returned to the area at approximately 2:45 a.m. to conduct a second sweep of the scene, this time with homicide investigators present. By morning, local media outlets began reporting that a man had died from gunshot injuries in a late-night bar shooting, but the identity of the victim was not publicly confirmed until later that day. Family members and Zeus Network representatives identified the deceased as Hopkins, the rising rapper and reality show participant. As of the first 24 hours following the shooting, police did not name or arrest any suspects. Detectives working the case made it clear that the motive behind the shooting was still unknown. There was no information about any confrontation inside the bar before the shooting. Police also did not confirm whether the victims knew the shooter. No arrests were made on site, and no weapons were recovered from the scene at that time. Investigators requested that the public avoid spreading unverified information online, as they continued working to gather verified evidence. Lincoln PD made a public appeal through both television and social media platforms. The department asked anyone who had been at the bar that night, or anyone who might have cell phone footage, dashcam footage, or surveillance video, to come forward. The department gave 2 options for contacting investigators. Direct tip line, a phone number specifically open for tips related to the O Street shooting. Anonymous submission. The public could also submit information anonymously through Crime Stoppers. The department emphasized the importance of community cooperation, especially in crowded nightlife incidents where multiple people may have seen or heard something. Police conducted a thorough crime scene analysis, starting immediately after the shooting. The scene was cordoned off with yellow tape from 1:45 a.m. and remained restricted until late morning. Officers recovered 4 9mm shell casings near the alleyway behind the bar. This suggested a semi-automatic firearm had been used. Investigators collected surveillance footage from the bar's interior camera, external street-facing cameras, nearby shops, and parking lot areas. Several angles were reviewed to track movements of individuals before and after the gunfire. Witness interviews. Police interviewed multiple people who were inside and outside the bar at the time of the incident. This included bar employees, guests attending the birthday party, security staff at the venue, 2 passers-by who called 911. All witness interviews were documented.
Just started and shit, I'm going too crazy. These chains bust down, remember I was too basic. I'm in the scat pack, I told him I was through racing. And after that, put that on face, I need a vacation. I'm from the bottom where it's hard, and I'm shining for real. I started the same young nigga from the block. I'm still that same young nigga with them glock. I'm still that same young nigga with them rods. I'm still that same young nigga trying to rock.
Came in different forms: official statements, podcast appearances, interviews, and numerous social media posts. This section outlines a major reaction from Erica Mena, castmates, and online followers. Erica Mena, the lead star of the Zeus network dating show 2 Ways, was one of the first public figures to confirm Hopkins' involvement in the show and react to his death. Her response was issued during an interview on the We in Miami podcast shortly after the news broke. During the interview, Erica Mena clarified that Hopkins, known on the show as Seven, had been part of the main cast. She confirmed that he had completed filming before his death and described him as a consistent presence on set. One of the most direct points she made was about his parenting. She mentioned that Hopkins would bring his daughter to set and that he never missed any scheduled time with her. Her quote from the podcast is as follows: "I still think about him and cry. He's such a great man. You guys will get to know him, but he's not only a beautiful man, but also inside, too. He did not miss his parenting time with his daughter. His daughter would come on set." This statement not only confirmed Savian's role on the show, but also helped explain the kind of individual he was off camera. Erica. In the days following the incident, other contestants from 2 Ways began posting their reactions online, mostly through Instagram stories and TikTok videos. These posts served to confirm that the show had indeed finished filming, and that many of the cast members had interacted with Savian personally. One male contestant posted a video montage of behind-the-scenes clips and included a caption that read, "You were solid, bro, real one." Another contestant, a female castmate who had shared a few on-set moments with Savian during filming, reposted a clip of them dancing during a lunch break, followed by a single word: speechless. None of the castmates issued formal statements, but their posts appeared to align on the same message, shock and confirmation that they had worked with Savian closely. Their reactions contributed to growing awareness that the young man who had been killed was not just any clubgoer, but a rising reality star with a TV debut scheduled in early 2025. Some posts used the hashtag #JusticeForSeven, which gained minor traction among fans of the show. Castmates did not provide any additional details about the night of the incident, and none have confirmed whether they were in contact with him before the shooting. One key part of his image was his responsibility as a father. Erica Mena later revealed in interviews that Hopkins often brought his daughter to the set during breaks and always made sure he stayed committed to his parenting schedule. This was not shown in the episodes, but was confirmed by crew members and the host herself. It added an extra layer to how viewers interpreted his calm and focused behavior during filming. Fans also noticed that he rarely drank on camera and stayed clear of group conflicts. He presented himself in a more reserved and intentional manner, which helped him gain the attention of viewers who preferred mature, quiet confidence over flashy behavior. His appearance on the show helped shape a public image of a man who was serious about his future, protective of his child, and cautious about who he allowed into his circle. Entertainment reporters also began highlighting a pattern in which rising stars become vulnerable due to a lack of infrastructure around them. Unlike A-list celebrities who are protected by agents, managers, and security, many reality stars and indie artists operate alone. They move without bodyguards, and often still frequent the same venues they did before they gained public attention. Hopkins' death served as a clear example of how fast someone's life can change from filming a show to facing fatal risks. No arrests were made immediately after the incident, which added to perception of uncertainty and vulnerability surrounding lower-tier celebrities and entertainers. If the story gripped your heart and left you questioning the truth, don't forget to hit that like button and share it with others who need to hear it. For more chilling true crime stories that dive deep into the mysteries behind these tragedies, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell. You won't want to miss our latest updates, investigations, and thought-provoking discussions. Thank you for being part of this journey with us as we uncover the truth and seek justice. Together, we can make a difference. Stay safe, stay aware, and we'll see you in the next one.